When the place value extends to thousands, the structure does not change. We can record a decimal number as the sum of the values of its digits. Write 528 thousandths in the expanded notation. What is the expanded notation? It is writing a number to show the value of each digit. To show 528 thousandths in the place value chart, we can focus on the place values within the rectangle. 528 thousandths can be written in the word form. How do we write this number in the standard form? The word thousandths tells us that this number is going to extend to 1,000ths place. There is no word and. This tells us that there is no whole part to this number. We can place 528 thousandths into the place value chart. This will help us to demonstrate the value of each digit. What are the values of the digits in 528 thousandths? The value of digit 5 is 5/10. It can be written as a fraction and as a decimal. The value of the digit 2 is 2/100. We can also write that as a fraction and as a decimal. The value of the digit 8 is 8,000ths. We can add our decimals to get a total of 528 thousandths. We can show the value of each digit as a product of the digit and the number representing the place value. The place value chart will help us again. The value of the digit 5 is 5/10. We can write it as the product of 5 and 1/10 to show there are 5 of the 1/10. We can also write it as a decimal. The value of the digit 2 is 2/100. We can write it as a product of 2 times 100 to show there are 2 of 100. We can also show it as a decimal product. The value of the digit 8 is 8,000ths. When we add all of the products, the sum is 528,000. It helps to use the parentheses in this equation because we can show each piece as we're adding it. With what other number should we practice? 9 and 607 thousandths. How can we change this number from the word form into the standard form? The word and tells us there is a whole part in this number. There are 9 wholes. The word thousandths tells us that this number extends to the 1,000ths place value. We can write 9 and 607 thousandths in the place value chart to help us show the place value of each digit. What are the values of the digits in 9 and 607 thousandths? The value of the digit 9 is 9/1. We can write it down as 9. The value of the digit 6 is 6/10. We can write it down as a fraction or as a decimal. The zeros in the hundreds place will not record that as a decimal or as a fraction. The value of the digit 7 is 7,000ths. We will write it down as 7,000ths as a fraction or as a decimal. When we add up our decimals, the sum is 9 and 607 thousandths. We can show the value of each digit as a product of the digit and the number representing the place value. The place value chart will help us again. The value of the digit 9 is 9/1. We can write it down as 9 times 1, showing that there are 9 of the ones. The value of the digit 6 is 6/10. We can write it down as a product of 6 times 1/10. As a decimal, it's going to look like this. We can show the value of the digit 7 as 7 times 1,000ths to show there are 7 of the 1,000ths. As a decimal, it will look like this. When we add all of our decimal products, the sum is 9 and 607 thousandths. It helps to use the parentheses in this equation because we can show each piece that we're adding. We practiced recording a decimal in the expanded notation, showing the value of each digit. When the place value extends to thousands, the structure does not change.